What's up, guys? So today we are going to be reviewing this 2021 Honda Accord Sport. We don't have a lot of time, so let's get into it. Now, the Honda Accord is one of the best-selling cars in the world. It's been around for like 30 years, and it is not going anywhere. This sport trim sits right above the base model, so what do you get with this? LED headlights are standard on every model. These are the upgraded LED headlights. All trims except the base model will get these. The base model will just have like a halogen high beam, so it looks kind of the same. I like how it also gives you LED turn signals. It makes it look a lot more high quality. You also get these LED fog lights right here, which are included on the sport trims and up. And this black chrome grille is also unique to the sport trim. You can also get that as a package on other trims. Like, let's say you get a different trim, it has the normal chrome, but you want the black. You could just get a package for that, which I think it looks nice because honestly, I feel like the chrome, it just makes it a little bit too shiny in my opinion. Special thanks to Anthony and Alejandro of Winter Honda of Pittsburgh. I am so grateful that they let me review their 2021 Honda Accord. Come over here for a great deal, but unfortunately, it's Anthony's last day. Look at the side. I really like the shape of this vehicle. They tried to make it a fastback design, and honestly, it looks like it. This is a special polymetal gray that you get on the sport trims only, and I think you get it on the touring model also. This would be the color I would probably get if I was to get this car. You also get these black painted mirrors. This is new for the 2021 model year, and you get this on like the sport trims only. No LED mirror turn signal in it. You could get that if you upgrade for a higher model, but this one doesn't have it. And no blind spot monitoring. If you want blind spot monitoring, you actually have to go for an EX or a Sport with the 2.0T, which this only has the 1.5T. Now, here are the rims you get on the sport trim. These are my favorite rims. I really like these rims. Honestly, I see people be putting these on the older Honda Accords all the time. I would too, probably, because these are actually like my favorite rims Honda has made. I think these are 10 out of 10. These are like the best rims in the class, in my opinion. Now, you get LED taillights standard on every model. You don't get an LED right here. It just looks LED, but if you go for the touring, this will be LED also. No LED turn signals, which I think they should add that because a lot of other cars in the class have that. They'll probably add that on the next refresh. You also get this black lip spoiler, unique to the sport model. I really like it. It makes it look very sporty. Down here you get two exhausts, and these are actually real. So it doesn't like stick down like that. Some cars will give you like a fake exhaust, but it looks real, but it's not. Only the sport models will give you these exhausts like this, or if you get a 2.0T. So if you see this exhaust, it's either the sport model or the 2.0T. Now, one thing that is a complaint of mine is you can't actually, there's no button to open the trunk. That's not a big complaint. Who even cares about that? But that's just a little thing you might care about. Open it. I think I have to press it from inside the car since the car is on. Fortunately, I wasn't actually able to show you guys the trunk space because we don't have a lot of time with this car, and this car is a microchip, so if I turn it off, I can't turn it back on. I don't think Honda, you can open the trunk if the car is on. I don't know, I tried pressing the trunk button, it wasn't open, so sorry I can't show you the trunk, but who even really cares about the trunk? Here's the key you get. No remote start. If you go for I think the EX models and the 2.0T and above, you get remote start. This one doesn't have remote start. I like this key. It feels nice. I like these buttons. It looks nice. Pretty upscale key. Now, no keyless entry on this model. So when you unlock it, you actually have to use the key fob. But if you want keyless entry, you have to go for an EX or the 2.0T because there's a package on. You can get that adds a bunch of features if you get the 2.0T on the Sport. Okay. This is what it sounds like when you lock it. Sounds kind of similar to Toyota. I like when cars have that little like cute beep instead of like a horn. Now, looking at the interior, you get a 12-way power driver's seat, which is standard on the sport model. I really like how they give you 4-way power lumbar. I love when cars have that. This car has a special cat skin leather seats. Some Hondas will have that. It's like a dealer accessories. It's like $5,000. I don't think it's worth it. You could get a red leather, that's worth it, but for black leather, I would just go for a different model. But it's nice that they give you this. Now, looking at this interior, let me move the seat down. These leather seats feel really nice. Probably because it's cat skin. I don't think it's Honda leather seats, but this is your leather wrapped steering wheel. Standard on the sport model. The other model, if you don't get a sport model, or if you get a model with cloth seats, it'll have non-leather wrapped. But the sport model and the 2.0T models will give you these paddle shifters, which is really nice. Here are your driver assistants. You get driver assistance is standard on every model, which I think is really nice. You get adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, automatic braking, blah blah blah. You know the driver assistance that they throw in Honda sensing. No blind spot monitoring though. If you want the blind spot monitoring, you're actually going to have to go for the 2.0T or an EX model. I'm so sorry, I forgot to turn the air down for you guys. But here's a digital display you get on every model, which is really nice. Oh, and you get traffic sign recognition standard on every model. I love that Honda throws it in, because I know my Mazda6, you have to get the most expensive model to get that. But this digital display is really nice. No rain sensing wipers or auto dimming rear view mirror or sunroof on this model. If you want rain sensing wipers and auto dimming mirror, you have to go for the touring model. You might go for a lower model, you might be able to get auto dimming mirror, but I know rain sensing wipers are for the touring model. And then the sunroof, you have to go for EX, or you have to get the Sport 2.0T. The Sport 2.0T is the same as this, but it'll give you features like blind spot monitoring, heated front seats, which this doesn't have, but you get dual zone automatic climate control standard. It'll give you a sunroof. It'll give you... There's a few more features. I'll remember them in a second. Here's your traditional shifter for the CVT. If you go for the 2.0T, it'll actually give you a push button shifter. I like normal shifters more though. That's just my opinion. You also get 2 USBs right here, no USB-C. This is some plastic. It looks okay. Electric parking brake with auto hold, and you get a eco mode, which does that, or you could put in sport mode. We're just gonna put in eco. Auto start stop also, which is nice, and I like how you can turn it off. I know some cars you can't turn off auto start stop, and people complain about that. Now looking at the rest of this interior, you get some fake carbon fiber look trim, which looks nice. This is some plastic, but this is soft up here. And then opening this up, here's a glove box. It's a little bit small, but that's not a complaint. And looking at the door panel, this is some scratchy black plastic, but everything else is like really soft right here. This is really soft, and then this is really soft. I just don't like that scratchy black plastic, because I'd be like resting my knee like this, and I'd be going like that, and it'd be kind of uncomfortable. I like these pedals you get with the sport model. Very nice. Auto one-touch windows are standard on every model, but the rear windows aren't one touch, which I think they need to make that a feature, because it's really nice. Once you have that feature, you just like don't want to go back. No power folding mirrors. That's okay though. And no heads-up display. You have to go for a touring model if you want the heads-up display. Let's open this up. Wow, this is really big, and you get a little USB in here. This is where you can plug in a dash cam if you have one. I'm gonna close this just because it's bothering me, my OCD. No wonder Honda sells so many of these cars, because sitting behind myself, I have plenty of room, plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room. I'm 6'2". The materials are back here are pretty decent. You get, this is soft just like the front, this is soft as well. However, this is scratchy black plastic, and this isn't the gloss black like in the front, which that bothers my OCD, because like look, see, you get that, but then you get that. It's like different. I noticed that. But I do like how you get this big door panel, and you get, or big area for storage, and you get 2 pockets back here, which a lot of cars only give you 1 because they like to cheap out. And no rear air vents. You actually have to get the 2.0T or EX model to get that, but at least they give you USBs, because I wasn't expecting the USBs. No heated rear seats back here though. That's just because if you want that, you have to go for the touring model. But you fold this down. This is really soft. I actually read that apparently they got somebody from who makes mattresses to make this, and this is really, really soft. This is like soft. Sorry, I'm a little bit sweaty because it's really hot. It's like 100 degrees today. One thing I want to say about this car, I don't know why it reminds me of the older Mazda 6, like the pre-2018 one, the one I don't have. The mirrors kind of remind me of a Mazda 6, and then I don't know why this little speaker reminds me of a Mazda 6, and this whole dash does too, but that's a good thing. I think it's a really nice design. You can see here the mirrors kind of look similar to the Honda Accords, and you got the same little speaker right here. And then looking at the dash, you got the similar tacked on screen with the air vents right under in that same kind of curve shape with the insert right here. This seems like to be the design trend with dashboards right now, and I think it's a really good design. All right, now we're driving the Honda Accord. Here is the infotainment system. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto they give it to you standard, which is really nice. A lot of cars, that's actually new, they used to not give it to you standard. A lot of cars don't give it to you standard. We don't have it plugged in right now though. See, go through this. I like Hyundai's infotainment more, but this is still a good infotainment system. I don't really like the beeping, but I'm pretty sure you could turn that off. This is pretty responsive. It's a good infotainment system, and it's a good sized screen. People complain about these screens being tacked on here. I don't mind it. It's a good sized screen, it's a good spot, and it's at a good angle. I like this screen. What do we got? Under the hood, this is the 1.5 turbo with the CVT. You get 192 horsepower and a 192 pound-foot of torque, which is really good numbers for a base engine. Let's see, I'm figure out how to turn the AC. Let's do a little acceleration here. I'm impressed. I did not even press the throttle down hard right there at all. I just did kind of like a half throttle, and this accelerated way quicker than I was expecting. I knew this was kind of quick, but I wasn't expecting it to be this quick. The Honda Accord 2.0T will smoke this obviously because it's the upgraded engine, but for a base engine, this is really good. And you get really good fuel economy. You get me looking at the window sticker right there. You get 29 in the city, and I think it was 32 on the highway. It might be 32 combined, but it's really good fuel economy. I'll put the numbers on the screen if I'm wrong. But here you got the digital gauge clustering work. Couldn't say gauge. All right, this is not the spot to be doing. I think this is 0 to 60 in like 7.3. Good brakes. Okay, now let's try it. Oh, we were not even in sport mode. Now let's put it in sport mode and get a little extra. Oh, that's why you gotta put it in sport mode. Okay. This feels muscular. Like when I press the gas in sport mode, let me put the AC back on because camera girl is sweating there. When I press the gas in sport mode, this has plenty of power and it's plenty responsive. Let's put it in eco mode. For a base engine, I said again, but this is a really good base engine. One thing, if you can't afford the 2.0T, you can actually tune this. There's a good amount of tunes for this car. I see people put in the Civic. I saw a Civic with 300 horsepower with the same powertrain with the CVT. That's really good. That's more than you get in the 2.0T. I mean, you could get that much horsepower with the 2.0T if you tune it, but it's really nice that the base engine, you can tune it that much also. One thing I would be worried about though, tuning it, is I did see a video where somebody's CVT went out when they tuned this car. So it's at your own risk, but they give you a warranty if you don't tune it. And this doesn't have CVT problems. I know some cars have CVT problems. Honda's not one of them. Honda makes a good CVT, It doesn't feel like an automatic, but this feels better. I like this more than Toyota's CVT, and I like this more than Nissan's, because Toyota's CVT, it just feels so fake when it shifts gears. This, let's see, this you don't really feel it shift gears, but like, it doesn't try to be an automatic. It's just a CVT. That's what's fine about it. Wow, I'm way more impressed with the base engine than I thought I would be. This car is a tiny bit loud on the highway, but it's not too loud. It's comfy though. It's actually really comfy. I'm really liking these seats. They hold you in place perfectly. I really love how they give you 4-way power lumbar. Now let's try and see if we can get the driver's assistant to work. Let's just press it out. Here we go. Let's put set press to switch on. I don't even know how to set this cruise control. Oh, set. We'll set it at 69. Ew. Let's see. Honda doesn't have the technology that Hyundai has, where you can like drive and it'll like basically like steer for you. But this will this has lane keep assist. This will keep you in lane C. Oh, it wasn't even on. No wonder it wasn't working. Yeah, this isn't as good as Hyundai's, but this is better than Mazda's system. So it's a pretty good system, but it kind of bounces you out the lanes a little bit. It's not beeping at. We're not letting it do that by this time. It's not beeping at me to put my hands on the wheel like the Mazda does. The Mazda6, you take your hands off the wheel for 5 seconds, and it's like cruise control cancel, cruise control cancel. Please put your hands on the wheel. I like how this isn't like that. Now, one thing that's really good about Hondas is they are so reliable. This 1.5 turbo. I've heard things about it having engine and oil dilution issues, but that was in the early engines. I think they fixed that issue. This one, I don't think it has it. That was in like the early Civics before this generation Accord came out. Handling wise, this handles decent. It doesn't feel as sporty as a Mazda6 or the Hyundai Sonata N-Line. I haven't driven the non-N-Line Hyundai Sonata, so I can't like tell you guys how that is, but it doesn't feel boring and numb like some cars do, but it doesn't feel very sporty. It's just about average. I like the sound this engine makes. Oh, I hate that pothole. Oh yeah, see, around that turn, this kind of leaned a little bit. This has a little bit of body roll, where it made it a little bit. It wasn't sus, but you know when it low-key is. 100. Not that we're trying to go that way. Yeah, I see people whipping these Honda Accords all the time on the highway, and I see why. This is the new Nissan Altima, but this is no, I'm not gonna say in case I review Nissan Altima. I already reviewed one, but this is like the new Nissan Altima, where it kind of be like, not the drug dealer car, but like, you know when you be seeing like the Nissan Altimas whipping in and out of traffic really fast, and they be like driving crazy. I be seeing the Honda Accords doing that too, and I know why, because this base engine, it makes me want to drive like that, because this is potent. People like, slow. No, for a base engine, this is fast. This is a great base engine. This is actually, I haven't driven all the cars in the class, but this over the Mazda6 2.5 blows the Mazda6 2.5 out of the water. I know this blows a lot of the engines out of the water. Probably because it's turbocharged. Now, one thing we did notice is it's a little bit bumpy over the over bumps, which is a little bit concerning, because if you are like me and you go into, I think it's the Caldecott Tunnel going 85, and you start going over those bumps, and you start feeling like you're going to lose control. So that's something to keep in mind. But that's definitely not anything that you know, I'm not going to be like, that makes this car terrible. No, this car's a great car. And they have adaptive, you can get adaptive dampers on the touring model, which I'm pretty sure that would eliminate Oh, we're not even supposed to go this way. See, that's why you need blind spot. That's why you need blind spot monitoring, because like I didn't see that lady in my blind spot. Now, this car doesn't have it, but if you need blind spot monitoring, you can just get those little circle mirrors that you put in the mirrors, like this car ahead of us had. So this is the exit we're supposed to go. There's your solution to having blind spot monitoring. Reviewers will be like, they need to put blind spot monitoring in on this model, which yeah, they do. But if you want blind spot monitoring, you can just go for an EX or the 2.0T. But you know, you can just put the little circular mirror in there. That'll be your own little blind spot monitoring. Oh man, we just missed the exit again with the wrong exit again. We just like keep doing that. Oh, I'm in sport mode. I didn't even know. I put it back in eco. What is the price of this car? Window sticker was
$35,000.
$35,000 basically. But before everyone starts, everyone starts freaking out in the comments, even though I only have like 17 subscribers. Oh, I gotta get over. Let's get right behind this other Honda Accord Sport right here. Oh, it told me to brake because I thought I was gonna hit the person. I wasn't. A little bit sensitive right there. This car is very sensitive. Get it? Because it's like sensitive with the driver's assistance. I'm just kidding. 35,000. Why is this car 35,000? Well, we are in a car shortage, so that'll bring the price up a little bit. But also, this has the cat skin leather seats. This is a custom option. These black leather seats. Other sport models will just give you like a leatherette and cloth, which I'll go for that. Honestly, these are really nice seats, but I wouldn't pay $5,000 for me, in my opinion. But you can get red leather, or you can get black with. I've seen some with black with red in the middle. I would get those. Now those are worth $5,000 in my opinion. Although I probably wouldn't pay for that. But if I had the money and I was in the market for a Accord, I would probably check that option. Because red leather, ooh, I love red leather. But for black leather, I don't know. I wouldn't justify paying $5,000 for black leather. There's also a few more dealer added options. I think there was one. It was like a special alarm, so it's probably like a glass breakage alarm or something. And then it was like wheel locks and just those other little things that just like so it doesn't get stolen. Look at that. It says check rear seats. No, I don't want to check rear seats. I want my kids to die in here. Oh, I forgot to say. So here's your backup camera. I like how Honda gives you several views. I don't need that view. We're gonna do this view. No 360-degree camera available, which I think they should have, but you can't get. Oh, I should park better. I don't know how to park. Front and rear parking sensors. However, this one doesn't have it, but you could get it as an accessory. The Touring model will give it to you standard though. But yeah, this is a great car. Honestly, if I was to get a base model car in this class, I would probably get this car or the Mazda 6, just because I like the Mazda 6's interior. But like performance wise, I would get this one.